college preseason.
Yeah.
Get the train back on the tracks here.
Yeah, top 25 was released.
Okay.
We're gonna pull this up. I'll zoom it in for you guys, just because I gotta.
He's got a clown take.
Hey, the clown take's coming in a minute. But at number 1, they got Bama. I mean, overall, this list ain't too bad. There's a couple spots like A&M doesn't deserve to be in the top 10. They finished the season horribly last year. North Carolina State, I like at 13. But Utah at 8, pretty solid. I mean, out of the top 10 here, Seth, who are you booting out of the top 10 if you had to choose?
I don't like Clemson being as high as they are. Didn't show. I mean, Uyonglele didn't show. He showed a little bit of something at the end of the season. Didn't really work out. Honestly, I love it when Oklahoma is not a top 10 team. I love when Oklahoma is not a top fucking 20 team because they always seem to play better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's got to be A&M at this point. I don't see how they deserve that spot. I mean, yeah, you got a good recruiting classes coming in, but you haven't proven that you can win with those recruiting classes.
Yeah. Bear, out of this top 10 here, who you booting out? If anybody, you don't have to boot somebody out. But.
I mean, I was thinking Clemson too, but I think you just got to move them down a little bit. I don't think anyone kind of needs to be booted out. What about like Baylor? I mean, like, how did they finish last year? Remind me how Baylor finished.
Big 12 champions.
Yeah, well, they stink. So, wow, USC at 15. Ooh,
that purring noise is back.
Bro, there's nothing. I don't know. Is this? Do I gotta move? Is that better?
No, I don't know what's going on.
It was gone for like a hot second there.
Yeah, it was gone for a fat minute.
There's like nothing around.
It's gone now.
What the hell?
It's back.
It's coming back. It's back. I don't know what's going on. This is kind of funny though. But hey, I do have.
Let me turn this.
A good one for you guys. I ranked my top 10 on who I think should be in the top 10. I put it side by side with the.
Turn it all the way down, Barrett.
Barrett's trolling. Yeah.
You're good. I don't hear it, Barrett.
Oh, you're trolling me then. You're trolling me.
All right. So I put side by side the coaches poll of the top 25. I put all 25 on there just so you guys can see it, because I pulled a team out of the bottom of that list and scooted them up to where they should be. Unfortunately, I'm going to get trolled for this one by a bunch of OU fans, but here we go. At number 1, we got Georgia starting off. They are the best team in the country. They got the returning quarterback, and they're coming off a national title. Second best team in the country is Alabama. They have the best roster assembled in college football. Georgia beat that roster last year. At number 3, Ohio State. They have the second best roster. I wrote third best roster assembled in college football. Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. At number 4, I got Coach Harbaugh and the Michigan. They're gonna run it back. I don't think they're gonna win the Big Ten, but they'll be close. I think they make a push for a playoff nod. Probably get beat out in the Big Ten championship. At number 5.
Oh my God.
At number 5, we got the Oklahoma Sooners, baby. Anytime their back is against the wall, they fire back. Look for OU to be surprising into the playoff contention. They will be bidding for a top 4 seed this year. At number 6, unfortunately, I had to do it. They have the second best quarterback in college football right now, in Caleb Williams. He's going to be a Heisman Trophy candidate.
Wow. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a dick rider at its purest form.
Yeah, this is already getting the Stooge of the Week. 15
Yeah,
minutes
big time. And then putting like Billy said, 2 Big Tens in the top 4. When's the last
It's
time
preseason. It's preseason rankings.
When's the last time
Preseason
Michigan
rankings.
has had like 2 back-to-back great
Look,
seasons?
I'm not saying
stinks.
Michigan's going to finish at 4 and Ohio State's going to finish at 3. This is preseason rankings. To me, I would have been happy flopping Ohio State and Michigan, but I couldn't put OU in the top 4 yet because we got an unproven quarterback, we got an unproven coach.
I agree with that.
Everybody's coming together.
Dylan Gabriel is a proven quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got
He will prove
and then
himself.
now
this
you're
year.
going to incinerate the OSU people with the first out. You're just stirring all kinds of pots here in the Midwest breadbasket we call Oklahoma here. So come on.
Yeah.
Let him finish so I
out.
can just tear this list down, man.
Yeah, that's what it's here for. That's what it's here for. At number 6, we got the USC Trojans. Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams take over that roster on offense. I'm not saying it's going to be potent right away, but by the end of the season, they're going to be one of the top offenses in the country. It's unfortunate to say, but it will be. Utah has one of the most elite defenses in college football, and they will ride that defense all the way to a top 10 ranking all season long. Baylor beat OSU last year after OSU knocked out OU out of the Big 12. I think Baylor's better than OSU still. I think Baylor's better than Notre Dame and Clemson. Notre Dame at number 9 because they're not in a fucking conference. They'd be a lot higher if they were in a conference. They would be. That's just where it's at. Get a conference, get ranked higher. New coach, see where they go. Clemson, the only reason they're ranked is Dabo Swinney. Only reason they're ranked. Quarterback is sus. Running back sus. O-line is not getting recruited as well. D-line is not getting recruited as well. Linebackers aren't getting recruited as well. The only thing they're recruiting well on is corner and safety. So it's got to be up to this quarterback to prove that he can take Clemson to the next step. But the only reason they're ranked is because of the name of their coach, Dabo Swinney. And the first out at number 11 is OSU. I would have been happy replacing OSU with Clemson, but do you really trust Mike Gundy over Dabo Swinney? Fuck no, you don't.
Where's Cody when you need him, dude?
Damn.
I think I did this a little too early for Cody's taste, but he'll get the clip. I'll make sure he sees the clip.
Clemson, yeah.
Seth, tear this list down, dude. There is not a flaw on this list.
I mean, obviously, you got your juggernauts. You got the Alabama, the Ohio State. I don't think Georgia will be anywhere near what they were last year. Well, they lost like 7 players to the NFL draft on that defensive side of the ball. Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean was the heart and soul of that defense on that side.
Channing Tindall, who Miami drafted.
Yeah, the number 1 overall pick, Trevon Walker. Okay, so they lost so much off that defense. It's hard to replace that leadership. It's hard to replace them veteran guys. Okay, so I'm going to say Alabama is the best team in the country. Georgia's probably not even top 3. Okay, it's hard to put them up there. You lose so much talent, you have to see it. Stetson Bennett's good, but you let JT Daniels transfer, so now you're stuck. Okay, you do have Brock Vandergriff backing him up, former 5-star, committed to Oklahoma. Yeah, Georgia now waiting in the wings for his turn. But Alabama, Bryce Young, the Heisman winner. I don't see how he doesn't go 1. I know he lost to Georgia, but it was almost an NFL defense on the field, and he gave it his all. He beat him once, couldn't beat him again. Ohio State, C.J. Stroud, Jackson Smith. What's the last name? Najigba, is that what I don't know? I don't know what his last name is. Or the second last name because he's got a hyphenated name. I don't know what it is, but those two are electric. Okay, he's the best. He's arguably the best college receiver in the game. So I honestly, for me, the top 3 goes Alabama, Ohio State, and then you probably put Georgia in there just based upon returning national champion. OU's a little high. USC is a joke, okay? Being this high.
Get them.
They were a terrible team last year. Just because you add a shitty defensive scheme, powered offense, doesn't mean they get to jump in the top 10 this easily. And Caleb Williams is not a top 2 quarterback in the college football. He's a top 4, 5 quarterback in college football. He's still got to prove himself versus somebody that can, maybe the Big Ten, or he's got to go to the Big Ten, isn't he? Or are they going the year after he leaves?
Year after he leaves.
Of course they are. Fucking Lincoln Riley always dodging the big conferences. He'll probably leave USC before they go to the Big Ten. That clown.
No, he's going to leave to go coach the Dallas Cowboys.
Dude, I will not be a fan.
No.
I will turn in the Dallas Cowboys fan
The
card.
only reason USC is on this list is Billy pointed out a weak conference. I think Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams gives them enough wins to boost them into a Pac-12 championship.
Yeah, but they suck.
Yeah, I mean,
they sucked last year. This year, they got so much. They stole so many recruits this year. It's insane. Now, most of them were on the offensive side of the ball, but it's like offense can win championships too. It doesn't always have to be crazy stout defenses. Now, it does extremely help. It does help a lot. What?
Oklahoma has had a top 5 offense the last every year since Lincoln Riley's been there. Have they made the playoffs? Yes. Have they got their asses spanked? Yes. You have to be able to stop somebody.
I said it can.
No. It will not win you a national title. It'll win you a conference. He'll win the Pac-12. He'll probably win the Pac-12 in the next 3 years.
They're ranked 6 because they're going to win the Pac-12.
Yeah, he'll win it. He'll win the Pac-12. I mean, the Pac-12 sucks. That's why they're just
Power 5 division winners are going to be ranked 1 through 6. Easy.
Who won the Pac-12 last year?
Utah.
What'd they finish?
I don't know what they finished, but let me go see if I can find that.
It shouldn't, Billy. It's a pushover conference. Like the only teams you have, Utah has been trying to make a name for the conference for a couple years now. Who else is Oregon? Oregon's been pretty solid.
Oregon's went downhill though after that top 4 appearance.
Yeah, they're not as good. I don't even like Oklahoma this high. Like I said, I like them when they're more of an underdog. I like them more when they're outside looking in, and you don't have all the expectations on them, especially with Brent Venables coming in, being that first-time head coach. I have all the faith in the world in Brent Venables, but I just don't like them this high. I never have liked them high, even when we had the Magic Man Baker Mayfield out there. I didn't like him this high. Like Baylor won the conference, I think they should probably be above Oklahoma, but the coaches poll doesn't even have them above Oklahoma. I don't know where all the faith from Oklahoma comes when all you hear is Oklahoma getting trashed consistently in the offseason, saying we're dead and we're not going to be able to recruit.
Those are the Colin Cowherds of the world. We don't listen to that guy a whole lot anymore.
Hey,
he says
he's the king flip flopper though. I mean, because he's already
because every Monday he does Colin is right, Colin is wrong, so he can right his wrongs.
Yeah, I mean that's a good segment though. I'll give him that.
Only so much you can get away with.
True.
But just to round it out really quickly, I don't think Utah will be as good as they did last year. They're fast, but they lost the pieces to the NFL. Baylor did as well. They lost some key defensive pieces. So it's all up to the quarterback, which is I can't think of his name right now. I know who it is. It's not on the tip of my. And then Notre Dame loses a head coach, loses Kyle Hamilton, a couple other NFL talents. They recruited pretty well though. They're getting some guys in there for next year.
Did you see that
Baylor quarterback is Blake Shapen?
There's another one. Who's the other guy?
Oh well, this is who they named their starter.
Really?
Ooh,
yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
I thought there was a different guy there.
Gary Bohannon.
Yeah, Gary Bohannon.
He entered the transfer portal.
Yeah, I thought I kept up with college football. That's kind of crazy.
It's about to get in full swing here, though. Don't worry.
But like every year, I doubt OSU. They always come up with like 8, 9, 10 wins, but I don't see it this year. They lost Knowles, the defensive coordinator. They lost the heart and soul of their defense, Malcolm Rodriguez. Spencer Sanders is not going to live up to the hype. I don't care what you say. The dude's a turnover machine, an absolute turnover machine. Yeah, Garrett Rangel will probably be the starting quarterback. He'll probably contend to be the starting quarterback midway through the season because Spencer Sanders is not. I don't think Spencer Sanders is it.
Will Texas start Manning?
Manning comes in next year. It depends on what Quinn Ewers does this year. If Quinn Ewers has like a 10-win season, no.
Quinn Edwards is kind of like he was kind of a big deal coming out of high school, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a 5-star for this year, right? He's supposed to be a freshman this year, but
Yeah.
he reclassified, went to Ohio State last year. Obviously, didn't get the starting job over C.J. Stroud. Doesn't want to wait, so he left and go to Texas.
I
So
still
yeah,
can't believe Texas.
technically a number one quarterback of 2022, but he's reclassified.